Why do I like Injustice? It's a really fun game. Have you played it? I like Injustice. I played the first one a lot, and I liked it a lot too. Injustice is a very slow-paced, zoning, and footsie-heavy match that or footsie-heavy game, and I really like that. Right? It has good set play too. Actually, that's true. Yeah, it has good. It's strong everything, and the game is like, it's like if Street Fighter, you gave all the characters wackier, stronger tools. So it's like a slower defensive game, but it has really powerful, fun to use tools in it, and the game's just fun to use. You know what's funny to me? Back on we had a few topics, right? Birdie, we talked about that. The last one is Injustice Recipe. You know what's funny to me about the Injustice Recipe? If I go to the comments of the Injustice Recipe, let me show you guys something. And this pisses me off incredibly. Like, I find it to be one of the most frustrating things on the planet. When I read the comments for the Injustice Recipe on Cross Counter, this is the kind of stuff you see. It's like, oh man, Injustice again? I can't be the only one who lost all hype for this game, right? Tekken, right? Tekken, question mark. Welcome to Injustice 2, third-person shooter game. You know, there's, the only injustice I see here is not inviting Mike Ross for a game of Guilty Gear. Don't play Injustice. You know, fucking, this game is whack. Play Tekken, right. Here's the problem. Here's why all these people, this is the problem with all these people. You know the show that they're watching? This one right here, The Recipe on Cross Counter, exists because Mike Ross and Gutex are so fucking sick of playing Street Fighter. They can't stand it. They don't even want to look at the game because everybody's just like, play Street Fighter. And they did it for years and years and years and years and years. They played the same fucking game and now they're sick of it. And the people in the chat, instead of recognizing that they're trying to get us to fall into the same pattern of playing only the same shit over and over, are just like thinking to themselves like, yeah, just play this, play this, play this. And it's like, look, the problem you're running into here is that Steve and I like to play a lot of fighting games, including Injustice. And the real problem is that this attitude, this mentality that exists in this comments and also in people in chat rooms and Reddit and Twitter who never played Tekken or Injustice or Gear until now, and they're Street Fighter players for life, they don't know how to enjoy multiple games at once. And they have that terrible mindset where they were like Capcom fanboys for forever, and they're like, yeah, Street Fighter is the best thing on the planet. And then now that they have to play something else because it's the status quo, they jumped to Tekken or whatever other game, and they're like, yeah, Tekken is great, but those other games are whack. And they're not recognizing that they have the same poisoned mindset of not trying out and enjoying other fighting games. Capcom players for forever were like, yeah, Capcom games are the best thing in the world. Why would I even play anything else? Right? That mindset led them to be upset when Street Fighter V came out and it wasn't what they wanted, right? Not even the game is bad, not even anything is bad. If Street Fighter V is not what you wanted as a Capcom fan, then what do you do when you put all your eggs into one basket? You know what I mean? That's what happens. You put all your eggs into one basket. Me, like, you know, I like all kinds of games. I'm willing to try whatever games and enjoy everything. That's why I have so much fun. Steve and I are optimists who play a lot of games and enjoy a lot of things, right? And so that's kind of how we work. But that is the real problem with the mindset of people who are just Capcom fans that became fans of other games. They don't understand how to learn and enjoy other games. They're putting all their eggs into one basket. So they're like, yes, I'm a Tekken fan now. Well, what happens like a year and a half from now when Grand Finals is Saint versus JDCR, Jack versus Dragunov, and you're like, I've seen this a million times. Man, I'm sick of this. I want to watch something else. Yeah, just play Injustice. Yeah, play Injustice. Yeah, play Injustice over and over, or whatever game it is, right? And then they just get sick of it, and then they move on to the next thing, right? It's a problem. That's a big problem. You have to open your mind and be more accepting to other things, or you're going to end up being stuck in that same jumping from game to game to game, or series to series to series mindset. It's a miserable mindset that I'm seeing in the comment section. And that's what worries me, right? That's what worries me. I think that's a very poisonous attitude to have. You can dislike a game after you try it. You can watch it and decide it's not for you. You can play it and decide it's not for you. Whatever it is. Right? Whatever that situation is, it's fine. But openly bashing a game like that, I think is bad. And I think not being open-minded and willing to try something else, I think is also very bad. That's what I find concerning. And my favorite thing about this whole this whole scenario. Remember how angry people were about Street Fighter V on this channel, and they were like, yeah, cross counter, I don't even like Street Fighter anymore. The recipe is the best thing on the planet, right? They're all happy about the recipe, right? And then they say, we don't even need Street Fighter. If you look at the comment on the newest Street Fighter video on the channel, the highest comment, where is it? No one cares about Steve and Sajam. Give these two boys their own show. Street Fighter show. They didn't stray as far as they thought they did, huh? They didn't stray as far from Street Fighter's light as they thought they did. They hated Street Fighter like 2 or 3 weeks ago. They hated it. They couldn't stand it. Yet here we are, right? They're right back where they started. They're right back where they started. It's a dangerous, dangerous mentality. I don't love it. I can't say that I'm a fan. You know? I can't say that I'm a fan. I think that's a real rough attitude to have. I'm happy that I'm not poisoned with that mindset. What's my favorite fighting game other than Street Fighter V? Right now, I'm enjoying playing Injustice and Guilty Gear the most, but I'm having the most fun watching Tekken and Street Fighter. I thought Summer Jam Injustice was super good. Somebody asked in the chat. Summer Jam Injustice is really good. The strategy that Sonic Fox has with Captain Cold is actually really smart, and I don't know exactly what the strategy to beat it is yet. I honestly can't think of a good one. I thought Catwoman would be good against that matchup, but yeah, I don't know. I'm playing Sin, yeah. This is my fear, right? This attitude that we're seeing in this whole comment section, and you see it in the chat. We saw it in the chat room earlier here, where people were talking shit about Injustice or Tekken or Guilty Gear or whatever, Street Fighter, whatever it is. That attitude I find is poisonous. It's dangerous. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it at all. But I saw this, it made me laugh. This comment made me laugh. It was very funny to me because the attitude is exactly what I expected. I didn't think people would like the recipe, to be honest with you. I was surprised that people seemed to be positive about it. But yeah, that comment is exactly what I expected. I'm playing Sin lately. Yeah, I've been playing Sin. I probably played like 50 games against human opponents with Sin so far. Not very many. Lobo was a tight character. If you guys don't know Lobo from Injustice 1, his trait was a shotgun that you could load explosive bullets into, and he had a big-ass chain. He was a tight character. He was gangster as fuck. He is like an international space cowboy who rides a giant motor. He rides a motorcycle through space. Like, he's tight. That character is sick. He is tight. But that's what I mean about the attitude. That's what I mean about the attitude. People, yeah, it is a dangerous attitude for fighting game developers and fighting game community in general. That's why I always am trying to support as many communities that I'm interested in that I can, you know?